Alrighty, welcome back to more space, and I've got a few more Star Wars vehicles to show you. This time not TIE fighters, but two Rebel Alliance and two Separatist craft that I have made. So we're gonna start off, of course, with my X-Wing. This one is actually this one's technically a Resistance one, but it's an X-Wing nonetheless. I mean, to be fair, all X-Wings pretty much have the same cockpit design, so I could probably just reshape the wings and make it Rebel Alliance one. So, functions, it's got, of course, the wing. You can extend the wings. It's not the most maneuverable, but you do get quite a bit of durability out of this thing. You also get shields, and yeah, it's also pretty fast. I think it's actually faster than the base model TIE Fighter that I made, so yeah, let's take it into combat. Okay, yeah, this thing is a bit heavy on the turns. Though I did want this thing to feel quite a bit heavier. I just didn't want it to feel like a turn fighter, because TIE fighters are supposed to be maneuverable. That's kind of their entire... I feel like that's kind of their entire purpose. Okay, turn around. Yeah, the shields are really helping us here, especially for how big the X-Wing is. Okay, whip it around. And there we go. I think that was... okay, that was like 2 squadrons of space pirates. But yeah, this one actually doesn't work well in atmosphere at all. If anything, for all the Star Wars builds I've made, this one's the worst in atmosphere, sadly to say. But we need to go to Dune anyway to test out our next build, which I will be showing you shortly once we actually get there. It's actually a lot faster than I remember. 552 kilometers, 51 kilometers per hour. No, now, okay, now it's, okay. And the next is the Snow Speeder, which, this one I did put the rear turret on it because this thing requires quite a bit of thrusters to stay airborne, which there are 5 that actually help it kind of hover a bit while it's in atmosphere. But yeah, this one is very speedy in atmosphere. It's got a 2-blaster configuration. There actually was a problem with it when I was building it. So whenever I would try and roll with it, it would try and like flip itself over on its head, or like it would just do some out of control spins, and that obviously wasn't good. So I fixed that by putting a max strength gyro in it, but not binding any controls to it. That way, any roll that this thing does is very controlled. And there's like, I think there's like a 5-strength gyro with actual controls that assist with actually helping it roll. It needed to be quite strong, since this thing, since the maxed out gyro like keeps it pretty stiff. But yeah, as you can see, it's very speedy, very nimble. I guess I could show it in combat, but it's pretty much the same thing as the TIE Fighter, so I don't think I will. It's just way. You know what? No. I'll show it in combat just for you. Though we're gonna go from this thing, even though this thing wouldn't have been used in space and it wouldn't be able to be used in space, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's. Hopefully the squadrons. Okay, yeah, a few of the space. I almost said Space Marine. Yeah, you know the Space Marines, you know. When the Rebel Alliance fought the Space Marines in Star Wars, everyone remembers that episode. In episode 6.5... No, yeah, no, episode 6.5, just before The Force Awakens, Luke Skywalker fought the Space Marines. Everyone knows that. Honestly, I think the angle, like, the weapons on this are at doesn't really do it much favor, or do it too many favors. Though this works beautifully in, like, 1G gravity planets with full atmosphere. So this is actually compatible with the, Frozen Tracks, DLC. So... That was actually kind of the function with this one. I was like, why build a snowspeeder if I can't use it, like, anywhere else? So yeah, this one is actually the most versatile one. And I really like how I did the, like, radiator grill on the back with these U brackets. Honestly, this is a very beautiful block they've added. And I also did another grill right here on the back with the smaller L brackets. And actually, I guess I can show you the interior on this one. It's nothing much to look at, really. But yeah. It's got the speedometer, it's got the altitude sensor, just in case you need to do something with that, I guess. You know what, I actually could test it in Galena 9 to show off, how it, like, kind of floats a bit in gravity. Or in full gravity, I should say. Okay.
Visitors are to remember that the intercom system
yeah, that's fine. Sorry, man. Sorry about that. Oh, I gotta turn on. So, I turn on the thrusters by using the down arrow, and as you can see, it's very, very floaty.
Flights today are expected to have zero turbulence because
which it does because
no
A, it's got a lot of thrust, and B, it's pretty light with only 732 kgs of it. But yeah, that just honestly, I love this thing. Like, after I finished building it, I was like, damn, I feel very proud of myself making this. I feel like I did quite a good job doing all the detailing. But that's just my opinion. Next, we're moving on to Separatist things, and what better than the Vulture Droid.
Remember to apply for your CHISAC, the information.
This one is honestly quite crazy. So it's got it's got 4 blasters on it, but they're piston glitched into each other, so it's like there's only, you know, 2. But this one is by far the most deadly of the craft that I've made, because, well, it's kind of just a turn and spray. Yeah, Oh, I actually didn't fix the timing on this one. It's got very good roll rate, it's very good firepower, and honestly, though I wish that you could, like, have decals mirror to the other side of a block, because it's kind of annoying not having, like, the detail on the, like, where the thrusters would be on this, like, to not have that, you know, like, texture. But yeah, I kind of gave it a basic Separatist looking paint scheme. I think I did pretty good with it. It looks really nice in my opinion. I think it's a bit too small for a Vulture Droid, but there's always later. I can just build another one. So yeah, as far as I did try and actually put rockets on this just to make it a bit more different than some of the other builds, but it just wouldn't work. It would, like, break stuff. And actually, okay, fun little fact, I tried to do, like, you know how Vulture Droids land, they kind of, like, move their they, like, sweep their legs back, then they'll, like, fan them out to, like walk around like their legs. I did try and implement that, but since Trailmakers physics are, well, Trailmakers physics, couldn't do that. So yeah, this is about as good as it gets. Because everything, for some reason, would just wobble around and, would, like, tank the roll rate, which means something isn't right within the build if your roll rate is acting weird, even though you have pretty good control surfaces. But yeah, that is the Vulture Droid. I need... nah. I'll definitely put more detail on the bottom of this for decals. But otherwise, I think this one's really nice. Then, for the final one, the Droid Tri-Fighter, which was actually a huge challenge to make, because even now, I wish that I could have piston glitched the seat into the actual ball bit, but just given how physics works in this game, it's just not possible. It just doesn't work. But yeah, pretty good roll rate. It has a bit weird of functions, like if you nose down too much, it like stays in the nosing down sort of like function, which I'm not sure how to fix that. I could probably do the same thing I did with the Snow Surfer actually, but this thing already suffers from not having as much thrust as I would like it to. And I think in order to get this thing up to speed, I actually had to turn down the quantum rudders. But yeah, it has pretty amazing firepower. It's pretty maneuverable. It's pretty hard to hit also. I'm just trying to focus on not crashing into any of the debris. But yeah, super maneuverable. I feel like there are a few changes I can make to this to make it a bit more accurate to what the Tri-Fighter actually is. Because originally I had the engines scaled down a bit, so they were only like 2 wide and 2 tall. But I was like, that's a bit too small, so I changed it to this, which, honestly, I think that was a good move. It looks a lot better. I feel like the angle on, like, the frontal bit of the wings is a bit too steep, so it needs to be elongated a bit. But other than that, I'd say this is a pretty good build. So yeah, there you have it. I feel, I think I should change the gray I use for the X-Wing. I feel like it might be a little too dark. Maybe. I'll see after the episode. But, oh, that was the shields recharging. That kind of spooked me a little. But yeah, those are my, current... I do want to build a Y-Wing, an A-Wing, a Hyena Bomber, most definitely. Let's see what else. There's one I'm forgetting. Oh, right, I want to build Grievous's, like, bike he rides, or, like, one-wheeled bike thing he rides in the Revenge of the Sith, which I actually have a few ideas on how to accomplish that, but you'll just have to wait for that. Alright, and a snail tank. I actually do have a few Star Wars ground vehicles, so if you want to see those, I will most likely do a video on that, so stay tuned. But yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed, viewing some of my, non-Imperial Star Wars builds. I feel like they turned out pretty nice. Getting the angle on the X-Wing's nose definitely was a challenge when I was building this, because having it just be, like, fully slanted down just looked odd. And the angle on the nose only looks odd if you, like, look at it for too long. But yeah, let me get a wider angle so you can actually see the entire thing in the full frame. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.